Checking. That's me. Yes. 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 Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Hello? To the settings.
I'm here, by the way. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I see you in here, Steve. Sorry, I had run upstairs to get another cup of coffee before we started.
Testing. 1, 2.
Oh,
3.
okay. Whatever you're using is so much clearer, but we need to raise your volume. I got your razor. I got your volume as high as it'll go.
Can you hear me?
Oh, so much clearer than it has been in the past. That is so much better. I can hear you, by the way.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
We can hear you. Hopefully you can hear us.
Is this better?
Perfect. Uh-oh, I think we're actually being picked up on the live stream.
I'm not getting any audio back. The input and output devices are set for my headset. Hands-free, all that. So, not sure why it's not coming back through my headphones.
I'm having a problem with my mouse. Is just constantly conflicting. I don't know what's going on. This started like yesterday.
I'm not hearing anything anybody else is saying. That's the problem.
Can you try from your phone?
I can tell you're talking because it's lighting up in Discord, just like mine, but it's not being received in the headset.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello. We can't hear you though. Your volume just dropped by about a factor of 10.
Sorry, the computer went back to the computer.
Okay. Can you set your output to be, hold on a second.
Loud and clear.
Is unchecked as well. I have to boost my audio a wee bit. There we go. This is one of the things I'm trying to get right. So if anybody's following on the Twitch today, they're going to notice that the screen is basically just the screen. Pretty much everything else is gone. We do have a small chat log window, so as you know, people are doing rolls and stuff, we hopefully will be able to still see that as we go along. But you know, just thought that that would be a little cleaner, because it does sometimes get a little hard to follow with all the stuff that keeps popping up on the screen. So hopefully this is easier for everyone involved. All right.
I noticed last time as I was listening back via the stream that the music was just like the tiniest bit too loud.
Yeah, I'm going to try and turn that down. I think I've got the global volume to a better place with that. The problem is that I'm using music from multiple different sources. Result, because of multiple different sources, sometimes one piece of music will be louder than the next, and it kind of throws things off. But hopefully I've got it down to a better mix. So the only person who's not on yet is Kenji, I think. Nope, we don't have Ninako on yet either, and I know she's going to be logging in.
We're on. We're just on the same page right now.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Okay, can somebody quickly text Damien and find out if he's going to be joining us?
Will do.
Thanks. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn off our Nordic background music as much as I like it. I actually listen to that when I'm working. I find it really cool for being able to focus at work. I'm getting that weird Cylon thing in the background again. Do you guys hear that? When I'm talking, all of a sudden you can hear what sounds like a growling behind me. So, anyhow.
Yeah. I don't hear it this time.
Well, I think it's only when certain microphones are open. I think it's when Steve's microphone is open. I think I'm coming back in his feedback loop.
Oh.
All right. Well, we're going to assume that that Damien is on set, and as a result, may or may not be able to join us in a timely manner. So we're not going to wait for him. All right. Let me go over to the. I'm going to go ahead and record. All right, we are now live. Thanks, folks, for coming on back to the wonderful world of the Gatewalker saga. We're now in episode 7 of our recorded series. So anybody who misses can come back in and watch. We do have people who are viewing us, including just recently we had Dylan Fickle. He is watching us nowadays. I don't know if he'll be on live today, but he may be coming in to go watch us, as well as the Novice DM and a couple of other folks who have been starting to watch us, and they're taking an interest in our adventure and are rooting for us to be successful and to be the heroes and win the day. But Dylan, by the way, Ninako, is from your old neck of the woods. He is also from the great state of Indiana, and but he's up near Ball State, you know, one of those other universities.
Go Hoosiers!
Yes. All right, folks. So before we get started in the game today, want to make sure, is everybody clear on where we are, where we left off? Do you have any questions about? Wow. Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Can you click press to talk? Because when I'm talking,
or maybe he could maybe turn on like noise suppression,
yeah,
which is a feature that Discord offers.
Yeah, that might be a good one, because I'm hearing every time I'm talking, I'm hearing what sounds like I sound like a Cylon warrior, just a couple of seconds behind what I'm saying. So to quickly recap where we, oh, that's perfect. There we go. To quickly recap where we left off last time, you folks were in the wonderful world of Axeholm. You had a couple of run-ins now with the Banshee that is haunting the manor, in which there have been a number of things that you've learned. They can scare the pants off of you, in some cases quite literally, and to have one of them scream in your presence can be, well, detrimental to your health, as you guys were able to find out with when whomever she is screamed, and you almost lost one of your clerics. But after that, you all proceeded to go into another room, whereas upon doing a little bit of an investigation, you were surprised to find that there were a few nasties hiding in the window, well, that's interesting. It doesn't want to come back. Come back over here. Stay there. I didn't ask you to move. You found some nasties hiding in the window, in the fireplace. Which came down and bit a few of you, these wonderful little vampire bat by way of mosquito creatures called sturges. You were able to quickly dispatch them easily, but you also found that there was a doorway at the back of that fireplace leading into a small room on the inside, and that's where we left off yesterday when you with respect to what you've been able to find thus far. So before we go any further, any questions? Anybody want anything recovered, recapped, clarified before we proceed?
I remember at the end of last session where I wasn't there, you said that maybe there was a few things you messed up on. So I was making a list even before you said that.
Okay.
So frightened only applies to attack rolls and I think ability checks, possibly, but it doesn't apply to saving throws. So you don't have disadvantage on those while you're frightened.
Okay.
Damien using that fireball could have been bad for the party if you ruled it the quote-unquote correct way, where it's a 20-foot radius.
That's correct. And it was...
I think it would have hit Druger, Angelina, and Damien.
I thought I measured it before you threw it.
He was in front of us, though.
Yeah. Well, he was but
he could have thrown it so it only hit the Banshee. So.
Yeah, that's what he was targeting behind. He targeted 20 feet away. She was in the blast radius. And but you guys weren't supposed to be. I thought maybe the special effect didn't show properly, but that's the way that he had targeted it. The area effect would have been
okay. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
You know. But yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Firing those inside of an enclosed space is hazardous to everybody's health, and it's a running joke in Dungeons and Dragons. It's like if the room is 10 foot by 10 foot, I throw a fireball. What?
Okay. Well, I know that Damien's not here, but maybe he should stop trying to do the fireball thing.
It's okay. I like it. It's always entertaining. Mind you, it could be very unhealthy for the rest of the party. So, but yes. So if there's no other questions, then what I'm going to do is bring you folks into the current place where we find ourselves where you were in that room. All right, everyone good with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Going back down into the depths and the dungeons of Axeholm. So this is where everyone finds themselves now. You guys are down deep inside the recesses. Let me kind of turn the volume down a little bit so we don't too loud. How's that? Hopefully this is a good volume. We want a little ambiance, but we don't want it to be overpowering. It should be a spice. It shouldn't be overwhelming. So, zooming in really quickly here. So, the door that just opened was just over here in the corner of the room, and as that happened, as you can peer into the room, you can see that there is an object in the back of this room. The room itself is full of what looks like pieces of rotten cloth that have been sadly and unfortunately decayed over the centuries of sitting here with no one to care for it. But there seems to be a large object, heavy, potentially metallic, sitting in the back corner of this room. How would you like to do this?
Rogue?
We're still at the point where we're looking for the ring that Steve's divine sense.
That is correct. That is correct. You do have a ring. It is a signet ring.
But it's not the ring.
It is not the ring. Steve was able to clearly discern that by looking at the ring. It carries the sigil mark of Axeholm, the mailed fist holding on to an axe. But it is unfortunately not the one that he saw in his ring. What he saw in his vision was more of a wedding ring.
Right.
So just for refreshing sake, where are we in relation to the direction that he sensed it?
You're kind of in the general area of where he sensed that object when he detected it.
Okay.
Right, we rolled dice to pick which door to go through.
Yes, you guys randomly chose to go through this door, and that's when you had the fun and games with the characters that you ran into in this room.
Right.
Is it, have we gone through this door yet?
Yes, that was the privy.
Yeah, that was the bathroom.
Correct.
Right, okay. So, are we at the point now where we turn back to that original room we were in and try the other doors?
Well, there's still the door that's by the fireplace. So, this is just my opinion, but maybe should the thief check it out?
Well, yes, there's this one here, which is the one you guys just discovered, and it was a secret panel in the back of the fireplace.
Yeah.
As you guys were investigating it, it popped open, and that's where you found this room. There's also the doorway back over in this direction where you guys were. You ran into all of the ghouls that were hanging out. But you guys have locked that door. You've actually pinned that one so that people can't get back out through that door. There was a stairwell back here in the hallway that you folks had identified. And then, of course, there's the stairwell that you guys came up from. And one other door over here that you also did not open.
Well, that before we turn around and try the other doors, I feel like we should check out this hidden panel first. I don't know what you guys think.
No, we already looked at the hidden panel, right?
Well, you've opened the hidden panel, and you see that there is an object at the back of that room, and what looks like a lot of, unfortunately, rotted, mildewed, and moth-eaten cloth all over, bolts of linen and silks on the ground.
I vote for the rogue to go check it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Once again, job opportunity for the rogue.
I wish I could see it.
You should be able to. Let me move you ever so slightly because
it's not loading fully.
Oh no!
Try refreshing your screen. F5. See if you can see it. This happens every game, it seems.
I mean, I can kind of like picture it from memory, but.
Well, let me then describe it. We'll do it old school. The south, if you recall, the fireplace was in the middle of the south wall. It was one of those very tall, freestanding type of ones, and that's where you found the false panel that led to about a 10 by 10 room that seemed to be used for storage. And in the kind of southwest corner of that small room, there appears to be a large box of some sort.
Okay.
Let's go with something.
I'll just use this stream for reference.
There?
Yes. Can you roll for me? Or I'd like to check if it's trapped first as well. Hello?
Okay, go ahead. Give me a perception roll, please.
No, she's asking you to roll for because she can't see.
Oh,
the screen.
of course. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm going to go and quickly give you a roll here
She
on
said
your.
hello.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, nobody responded, and I thought I disconnected from the call somehow.
Yeah, no, it's all right. That was my fault. So you were able to roll. You rolled a 10. As you're, and I'll move you into the room. As you were examining it, to the best of your knowledge, it doesn't not appear to be trapped in any way. It is a large metal strongbox. You've seen these before. They're pretty common where people of wealth would go and keep their possessions in something of this type. This particular one seems to be actually bolted to the ground. It is heavy pieces of wood that make up the paneling with large iron straps and clawed feet actually built into the floor. So you notice that it has no lock, apparently. It has a small depression on the lid, and the depression seems to be a very small circle, which looks remarkably like the reverse imprint of the sigil of Axeholm, the glove holding on to the axe. There doesn't appear to be any other mechanism to try and open it up. No locks, no levers, no padlocking or anything of that kind. You could probably try and bust it open if you didn't want to try and figure out how to open it, or if you wanted to try and dig it out of the floor, you probably could. It would take you some time. But you're pretty sure that if you guys really had to, you could probably take out the masonry tools of Druger, and you guys could probably make your way through the stone feet on this thing after a certain amount of time.
Sorry, what was the impression you said?
It looks like a reverse of like an how do I put this? Like someone had pressed a seal into clay or into wax. A similar kind of mark that you would see from someone pressing something into something of that nature, something soft. You know, it would leave an impression, a dent, a reverse impression inside of that material. That's what this lock looks like.
Cauldron, do you know what that impression looks like? Do you recognize it?
Isn't it of the Axeholm?
That's correct. You do. You
Oh,
recognize
okay.
it as the Axeholm signatory, and it's roughly about as big around as about half of the diameter of a copper coin, roughly about as wide around as, say, the width of your middle finger.
Well, Cauldron, it's your call.
If anything, we could probably come back for this later
Okay.
and not have to worry about lugging it around with us. If we were going to,
Can we not open it here?
I could try. Can I?
You can indeed. If you would like to try and pick it, it will be very difficult to do because, as I said before, you don't really see you don't really see a locking mechanism. But taking out your tools, your thieves kit, let's go ahead and see whether or not you can be successful.
Oh, and it loaded for me.
Okay, cool. All right, so give me a roll. This is a DC 20, so please give me a roll, and let's try and see if you're able to go and bring that up.
Does it look like we could use the signet ring
No.
anywhere on the box?
Well, you could always go and put the signet ring up next to it and see if it's rough and see how it compares.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, I'll bring it over.
All right, so Our good friend Ruger comes up next to you and he hands you the signet ring. You take a look at it and you realize that it is an outprint. It is not a relief. It is a relief, and it does appear to be roughly the same circumference as the impression
here
on
you
the
go.
front. All right. So you go and
then I'll use that.
All right, you place the ring into it. You fiddle for a little while, and you notice as you start to press with the ring, you hear a slight click, and you notice that it can seem to turn a little bit. As you fiddle a little bit longer and you turn to the right, you notice that, lo and behold, you now, in fact, hear a large crack. The lid vibrates ever so slightly, and you can now see that the lid has become open, and all you need to do is lift it.
Woo.
As you lift it open, you notice that there's some pretty cool stuff inside of this. There's a lot of papers, unfortunately, and the papers have not exactly fared too well over the years. They're clearly decayed, fallen apart. But there are two elements that are inside of it that really look incredibly interesting. One is a pair of gauntlets. The gauntlets themselves appear to be wrought of iron with bands across them, but they are very finely made, as if they were either made by a master craftsman and probably worn by someone of either great importance or of military significance. There's something, these are not your average, ordinary type of gloves. Your street rat's eye picks up on that instantly. The other item that you find in there down at the bottom, and it's wrapped very caringly in black velvet, and kind of nestled into a little wooden frame, is a very simple but very elegant brass band that's been curled around a little bit to look a bit like leaves in the trees, or leaves of ivy. It's made of brass, so the metal itself doesn't appear to be terribly valuable to you. But the way that it's been created and carefully put away suggests to you that there's something meaningful to this particular item. And your street rat's mind is immediately thinking of a dozen different places in Neverwinter you would love to go take this thing and have it immediately assessed for coin value. But yeah, very cool things there. And you're not sure, but you sense your elemental background, your elemental heritage. Your fingers are a little, not really, but you get the sense there's almost like an electricity coming off of these as you start to handle them. Would you like? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, did you want to inspect them any further? Do you have any other questions about them? Is all I was going to ask.
I was going to turn to Ruger and ask, is this like the one that you saw in your vision? Holding up the ring.
No, it's not a ring. It's a band, a headband.
Band.
Sorry.
Oh,
it's sorry.
Band.
Yes, sorry.
I was about to ask what you meant by band. I was thinking like rubber band, and then yeah.
See, you got to keep up with the soundtrack in the DM's head. I'm sorry.
Accessories.
Precisely.
Do you think anybody should? Do you think maybe Elrin or Angelina should inspect the band, the headband?
Do any of you guys have Identify as a spell by any chance that you have ready to go?
As a spell?
Yes. Or do you have an Identify scroll about you or anything like that.
Cauldron said that she has.
I don't.
Oh, sorry.
I think I have something similar. I can't remember. Hold on. Let me check.
It's not the one I wanted to play. I want something that's nice. I want some background music here, but
The
yes.
scrolls. Go to my inventory. I have a scroll of something. Scroll of. No, I don't. Okay, sorry.
All right.
But I think one of us has like a good, not perception, but maybe like insight roll, I think.
Would you guys want to try using your insight to kind of get a sense of what these are?
Yeah, I think Elren has the best. Oh,
We have the same.
we have the same insight.
I'll let you do the honors.
Okay. I'll roll insight then.
Okay. You rolled extremely well. All right. So you're not exactly you can't tell. Trying to use your insight to determine what they are. You'd get a sense of them, but you're not exactly sure what they are. But looking at them, the headband, you're fairly certain that this is some sort of headband of protection. These were frequently worn by ladies at court who are of certain importance, because obviously they can't wear anything gaudy or heavy that would take away from their appearance and the visage that they wanted to go impart, because it would detract from the whole the whole experience of meeting like a lady who was a queen or something of that nature. But they were frequently used to protect these women of this type, because they could either be worn as a very simple but yet unassuming accessory, or they could be even worn underneath something that was a little bit more ostentatious, used for like finery, like a tiara at a ball, but they could still have the benefit of some sort of protection. You don't know exactly what kind, to what extent, to what power, but you can tell that it's probably of that ilk. Now, the gloves, on the other hand, you're not exactly sure, but these are clearly used as some sort of augmentation for battle, because you kind of look at them and you start moving them around, and you can tell that no one would bother building something this articulate, and even though you're not an armorer, you can see that this has clearly been imbued with some sort of magical power, but you have no idea what it is, but it's clearly used to enhance battle in some way. To which, as you guys are looking at them, Damien starts to get a little bit curious. So he kind of walks over and takes a look at them, the gloves themselves, because when it comes to things of that nature, some of them can be cursed, and that directly falls into the line of training that he had back at the monastery. So he comes in and takes a look, and he tries his roll to see whether or not he can determine what it is, and he's pretty sure he can't tell exactly what kind of augmentation it provides, but he's fairly certain, based on the metal and the runes that are written on it, that it is not a cursed object, nor is it an evil object. Most likely, it was something worn by the Lord or the Castellan that was in charge of this facility under normal circumstances. And if that were so, Damien starts to ponder this for a moment and goes, that is if you're telling us that is a band of protection that would normally be worn by a courtesan lady, a lady who is of high importance, and this is a type of armored object that the Lord or the Castellan would be wearing in battle, I'm quite certain, to help him be more successful. Why are they in here? Why weren't they being worn by the people who were in charge of Axeholm when it fell? How quickly did Axeholm fall? It must have fallen very quickly, because these were undisturbed.
So, like, they didn't get a chance to put them on before it fell?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I mean, think about it. If you were the Castilian, or if you were like the Lord, when we know the Castilian was impaled downstairs on his throne, how quickly did this place fall? Because he would have had this on if he had known that there was a battle coming, assuming that it is what we think it is. And if there was a lady here, like his wife, and I haven't seen any, I didn't see a dwarven body of the lady of Axeholm. Maybe she's in another part of the facility. I don't know, but she should have been wearing this.
So they were probably ambushed.
Right. How do you ambush an underground fort?
From the inside! I don't know.
From
Like, maybe someone from the inside, like...
by digging? I don't know.
No, what I mean is, like obviously, I think what the DM's trying to say, or no, Damien's trying to say, is that, like, how do you ambush something that's underground? So it was probably someone from the inside, like, maybe started something.
Oh, like a mutiny type thing?
Yeah.
Like a traitor.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head was going. I wasn't thinking about digging. Sorry, Elrin.
I was like, shovels.
Well, I mean, it's... Oh, hey, Damien's here, Damien's here now, so I will step back. Damien, you may now take over, sir. You are now...
Damien's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Damien, we just found so we found gloves that are probably worn by the Lord, the guy that was impaled downstairs, and then a headband that is clearly a protection headband that was probably worn by the lady, or one of the court ladies of Axeholm. And what you figured out was, okay, they didn't get a chance to wear these, so how fast did Axeholm fall? So we're thinking it was probably an inside ambush or like an inside mutiny. Okay, I'm gonna guess that you got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can.
you. You're a little muffled,
Okay.
but we can hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me take this. Let me try this.
So I'm thinking that maybe these would be good to hold on to.
Okay. Cauldron, how are you doing capacity-wise on carrying? Do you want to carry these items? Do you want to give them to another
I
member
think
of the
I'm
party?
doing all right.
Okay. Do you guys want to get? Do you guys trust? Let me ask the party. Do you guys trust the rogue to be carrying these items, or do you feel that they need to be handed over to somebody else in the party?
Well, I think that if these are both like things that can aid us in fighting and stuff, I think maybe someone should be wearing them.
Well, do you want, now herein lies the question to the party. Do you guys want to put them on without knowing what they are?
Well, my instinct is just like go for it, but maybe not, because I almost died last week.
Yeah, you're still suffering the effects of almost being dead. We understand.
I mean, I feel
I mean,
like
Damien said that they weren't cursed, probably,
Yeah.
so...
Well, he said that about and because Damien wasn't here, I will let him know. What he said was based on his Arcana roll is based on the runes and the construction and the metals used. The gloves were almost certainly not cursed or evil. He has no idea about the band other than what he can infer based on what what Angelina told him. Because it's just literally a plain band of brass with some nice curls in it to look like ivy leaves.
okay, then maybe just someone should wear the gloves, and maybe we should leave the headband alone.
Yeah, until we can identify it.
Someone please send me the link to the Foundry tabletop. For some reason, I cannot find it.
It's in the Discord channel.
Yeah, you know what? I should actually pin that. I'm going to pin that into Discord so everyone can find it a little easier. The think it's in general. Yes. There we go.
Kind of like, am I the only one that's kind of like, yeah, just wear the headband? No?
I almost agree with you. It would be probably wiser to get everything identified first, but it seems like
I'm just afraid of running into the Banshee again, and I'm wondering if maybe the headband would help in some way.
I would think that if we could determine that they were not cursed, it would certainly either be neutral or to your benefit.
And here are the 2 items, by the way. I'll see if I can put the other one in there. I don't know if I can. I can try. There we go. Those are the 2 items, so you can see what they look like. They're not purple. The gloves are not purple. It's just the icon. But the picture of the plain brass band on the bed of silk is quite accurate, though.
Does anybody have a remove curse spell ready?
Ready. Yeah, that's the important question.
I do have a remove curse spell, but neither Angelina nor I have it prepared.
Yeah, and I feel like unless we knew that it was cursed, then using a spell on it might be a waste of a spell anyways. Is there
Oh no,
anybody
we wouldn't
that
cast it on the object. I'm saying if someone put it on and we determined it was cursed, we'd want to be able to take it off right away.
Oh, I see.
So you cast the spell on the person and take off the band.
Well, I can. I'll put on the headband in another room, maybe. So if anything happens, the party's okay.
That's not no.
Well, yeah, but then what happens if something happens to you? Then you're by yourself.
Oh, that's true. I'm like, sacrifice. No. Okay.
In that case, Ravina comes out and just tears the place up.
Yeah, I mean, that could be fun too.
Unless it curses her and Ravina can't come out.
Okay. Is there anybody? Well, can Damien do another Arcana skill check or no?
On and what? What are you looking for him to do?
On the band to see if it's or evil or curse.
No, he already rolled on both of them. He's been only able to give you what he can.
I'll share that I felt like some connection to lightning when I touched the band.
Lightning?
Like
then maybe
related.
Elrin should wear it. No?
Doesn't she have a headband on?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Elrin doesn't normally wear a headband. She has that magnificent helmet with the big wings coming out of the side of it.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
But that's what she normally wears.
Well,
unless one of us has a remove curse spell ready, I just don't think.
All right.
I think we should hold off. I think we can hold on to it, and then once we get like a good night's rest and we can study up another spell, I think maybe that's when we can see what it does.
All right.
Okay.
Just because, we're using up health stuff quickly and we need to be ready to fight instead of using it up on like trying on this headband.
All right. Do we want to head back into the hallway then?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so we're hanging on to I'll hold on to the headband because there is some.
All right, hold on.
Lightning properties.
Well,
to
hold
it,
on.
so...
Is everybody okay with that? Is everyone okay with giving the headband to Elrin?
Dad, I think you're.
I agree with that.
All right.
DM.
Yes.
You're muted, I think. Sorry, we can hear him downstairs talking and not through Discord.
Can you guys hear me?
That's a pretty good indication.
All right. Hold on.
Nope. You're still
we
muted.
Can't hear you.
Just hear. All right. Downstairs. Can you hear us, DM?
I can't. So.
No, I can hear him. He goes, "I can." From downstairs, I hear him vaguely echoing.
Yeah, I can hear everybody else, but not the DM.
Yeah. Hang on one second.
I had something very fun planned with. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear? Trying one more time.
There we go.
Yeah, I had downloaded something for some fun, which clearly doesn't work when you put everything together. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks, but oh well, that's fine. So is everyone okay with giving Elrin the headband?
Yep.
All right, so...
All right, well, Cauldron is okay with that. I feel like she's the person that needs to be okay with it.
All right, here we go. Placing the unidentified object into your... oops, it's in there twice. Into your inventory. And what about the gloves? The gauntlets. These are not gloves. These are gauntlets. These are heavy. These are meant...
Thanos.
Didn't Cauldron think they had the same kind of energy associated with them? I'm wondering if they're a set somehow.
Did I?
Well, one's clearly meant for a woman. Meant for someone...
The gauntlets?
The gauntlets are not meant for female. You would imagine just based on the size. Unless, I mean, obviously, if it was a very large woman who was a warrior, absolutely. But compared to the graceful item that the headband is, one would be worn by someone trying to be elegant, and the other one's going to be worn by somebody who's going to be knee-deep in blood.
I think what the question was is, are they both elemental lightning related?
Well, you don't know if they're elemental lightning, but they definitely had
lightning in some capacity.
It was like a tingling and electricity you felt when you touched them.
I think they could both be worn by Elrin, no problem.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So giving.
We'll just stuff them with some like cotton rounds and makeup sponges, like Mom used to do to shoes that were too big. It'll be fine.
Or you could just wear a pair of gloves underneath them.
Oh, smart.
All right. So they have both been added to your. They've both been added to your inventory, and that's where they reside. You noticed when you picked up the gauntlets. They're hefty, but they're not as hefty as you would think based on... They look like they should weigh 5 times what they weigh. But they're actually not bad. They're clearly heavier than your leather ones that you're wearing presently, but you would have thought these things would have, been putting anchors on your hands, but they're quite light. You haven't put them on, obviously, unless you tell me you've done so. And the headband is ridiculously light, but for brass, strangely robust. As you're trying to put it into your backpack, and you're being very careful putting it back into its packaging and putting it into your backpack, you notice, oh my gosh, this thing won't bend. This thing's kind of ballsy. Steve, as Ruger goes walking out the door, goes back into the hallway, you think you can hear the sound of crying.
Coming from which direction?
Coming from somewhere down at the other end of the hallway. It's definitely coming from this direction, kind of down the hallway away from you. Exactly where you can't tell, because it doesn't seem to be coming from as much a place as it's sort of emanating.
We didn't have much chance to talk to the Banshee, did we?
No,
there's really no opportunity.
No. Let's just say your momentary interactions with her have been quick.
Should we follow the sound or keep going where we were planning on going?
Yeah, I tell the rest of the party what I'm hearing.
All right. Druger's like, well, is looking at you like there. Well, he can't see you anymore, but he's looking at the rest of the party And he's like, I'll be glad when I'm back outside with my feet on proper ground. I can't believe a dwarf is saying he's not liking being underground, but this place is giving me the willies.
So what I'm wondering is, do you guys think we should follow the sound or should we disregard it?
If you keep moving your character, Ruger, I'm going to take your movement away from you.
Should we follow the sound or should we keep going at our originally intended trajectory?
I think we should follow the sound, or isn't that the same direction we were headed in?
Well, you are, as I said before, you are kind of at ground central. It was, when you were following the direction, you're pretty much in the vicinity of where you expected to find this thing you were looking for. This ring that you had hit you with your locate object spell. So physically, it should be in this location somewhere. If it is, in fact, still in this location.
Well, we've still got a room of zombies next door, probably. Might be in there. And we've got the what you call it? The door at the end of the hallway on the left that leads to like a balcony. We could check those out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ninako, that room, when Elrin was fighting, that's where Cauldron discovered the bathrooms, and where she dove in for to make sure that room wasn't trapped when you guys were fighting the Banshee.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
So we've already been there.
That's the excuse she's using, and she's sticking with it.
Yeah, I think maybe starting with investigating the crying, and then we can kind of, maybe that's an important piece of information. Whoever is crying might be able to. I figure they've been down here for a while.
That is correct. Yeah, well, it could very well be, and makes logical sense. So, yeah.
Should we follow the crying?
Oh, way ahead of you.
Great.
I'm all for it.
Let's go for it.
Cool.
All right. So, everybody move your tokens into the hallway. Damien, are you playing on a PC today? Can you actually move your own token around?
I can move my own PC today.
You can move your own PC, or are you playing on your own PC?
I can play on my own PC.
Okay, gotcha. All right, awesome. So I just moved you into the hallway. Sorry about that. I will let you move your own. This is a joy. The only character I need to move is the only one I'm supposed to, which is Druger, who's going to come up and take his position next to his combatant in arms, which is Ruger. Ruger and Druger, who are not brothers, but they have essentially the same name. So I assume you're going to put Cauldron, your stealth meister, in the front.
I can get out of this room.
You hung up on the wall. I will get you out the door. There
Maybe.
you are. Ding. There you go. And I will put Elrin and Angelina in the rear, where they are typically of the most use and most commonly located. So, Cauldron, can you move yourself around, or you still having problems?
Am I not in this hallway for you?
You are in the
'Cause I
hallway.
am.
I just want to make sure
in the front.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you guys are in the hallway, all of you can hear the crying now. It's very soft, and it's very echoey. But it appears to be coming, like, literally through the stone, as if the walls themselves are crying.
So I can't tell where it's coming from, or
Well,
is it...
as you start walking down the hallway, you notice that it was starting to get a little louder.
Oh boy.
And as you crossed to the other side of the hall, obviously not wanting to stand in the disemboweled body of the former ghoul that lays in the middle of the hall, you notice it got a little quieter.
So it's in one of the doors.
On the lower side of us.
Okay.
Southern.
So the one that we haven't gone through yet.
So, how about we catch up to Cauldron and see what's behind that door?
Or maybe, Elrin, do you want to listen in on the door to make sure that it's the right one?
All right. So as you listen to the door, as you step into the door well, the walls carry the sound.
Oh, good.
You clearly are getting closer to it. It is getting louder, but it's not like it's really coming from through the door as much as it is part of the wall, the door, everything. It's almost like a tuning fork carrying the resonance wave. And I need everyone to please make a wisdom check. You need to roll above a 14.
Wisdom check or wisdom save?
It's
Because I know that's better for some people.
Wisdom save. I'm sorry. Wisdom save. Okay. Angelina, you are fine. Ruger, you are fine. Elrin, not so much. Cauldron, you are fine. Damien, could you please give me a wisdom check roll? A wisdom save, please.
Okay, hold on. It's been a while. How do I check my wisdom again?
Double click your character.
Go to attributes.
And then click on wisdom.
It's on the left side.
Make sure it's saving throw.
Yep. And then choose saving throw.
His cursor like beep bopping around.
Yeah, I know. I see that. He's clearly lost. So click on attributes, and you'll see you've got a score for wisdom, right? It says wisdom 14. Click on the word.
Actually, when I brought it down to the smaller monitor, I could see everything better. For some reason, when I was on my TV, I couldn't see the wisdom and all that.
Oh yeah, that's a little hard to read on a TV screen. So click on wisdom, and then choose the option for saving throw. Dude, do you see the word wisdom?
I'm asking normal or disadvantage now.
Normal.
Normal.
Sorry, we didn't hear you. Your audio dropped out. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. So
Nice dice.
So Damien and everyone is feeling a little. You could feel some sort of energy emanating from the crying. But Damien and Elrin in particular, you start becoming very sad and you start finding yourselves crying. You start weeping. Tears start coming to your eyes uncontrollably. You're not sobbing. You're not inconsolable. But you suddenly both feel incredibly sad. And you feel an incredible sense. You feel an incredible sense of loss. And you don't know why. But you're clearly there's something happening to you, and you're feeling this kind of drain on your energy, but not like a life force energy. You just feel like you want to just sit down in the corner and just cry yourself stupid, and that's kind of what you guys are feeling at the moment.
Feeling that maybe the lady is behind that door.
Now, Cauldron, you notice that the door is locked, as have most of the doors on this floor been. Would you please go ahead and give me a thieves check?
Yep. Would I be able to put a shield of faith or something around some of us?
Shield of Faith? Yes. Do you have that spell ready?
Oh, I only can do it on one creature.
Correct. So the question is who would you cast Shield of Faith on?
I mean, I would have to choose between Damien and Elrin, and okay, then everyone's fine.
All right. Okay.
Maybe I'll. Okay.
We're not like incapacitated right now.
No. You're not. You're, like I said, they're not inconsolable. But you
Well,
look
I'm
over.
just afraid that whatever is behind that door might make it worse.
Some of us still have 8 on, I think.
Yes, and you do. You will have 8 on until for the next several hours. That's an 8-hour spell.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you see that Elrin is concentrating because she has Spirit Guardian floating about her right now.
Gotcha.
All right. So your roll, Cauldron. The door
Yes.
lock. The door lock, not overly complicated. Pretty easy for you to pick. The door is now unlocked, but the door is still closed.
Didn't we spike this door?
Nope. You spiked the door one more down when you threw the ghouls back into that room.
Maybe this one. Or, I don't know.
No, that's the bathroom. You didn't bother spiking the bathroom. You might need it. Who knows?
Can
I
we
think we spiked the
close
first
ranks
door
and
that's
bring
on the
everybody
right.
up
Yeah,
by the
that makes
door?
more sense.
Yeah, you guys spiked this door over here.
Yeah.
And you can still hear the moaning from the ghouls on the inside, by the way.
Okay, good. So.
Can the rest of the party come down the hall so that the Spirit Guardians can help us out if there's something behind the door?
Right. So Druger goes and takes his position on Cauldron's flank. We've got the two clerics in position. Damien, I think your normal position would be right about there. Do you want to drag your character over to that position, sir? Okay. All right. So anybody want to do anything else before the door is opened?
How long is there left on the Spirit Guardians?
That's a really good question. It's good for about 100 turns. It runs for roughly 10 minutes. It's been running for probably about half of that, so it's probably good for about another 5. I'm being generous.
Okay. Wait, 5 minutes?
It's got about another 5 minutes left in it.
All right, let's get this going, guys.
Okay.
By the way, I'm being very generous with that estimate, but yes.
Okay.
All right. So Cauldron opens the door, and those of you that have line of sight on the door, you notice that there is this blue light, this ethereal light emanating inside of the room, but not coming out through the door. Oddly enough, it seems to be stopping right at the door jamb. Cauldron, you're the one with the clearest view. You're inside of the little recess where the door wall is. And what you see when you look in, compared to the rest of the facility you've been in, the accoutrements in this room, the furniture, the rugs, the drapes, the paintings on the wall, are all still in relatively good shape. They're obviously old, they're quite ancient, but they're not decayed, they're not torn, they're not ripped. But the bed itself is black with dried blood. The headboard is splashed with it. The bed sheets are quite literally coated with it. Almost looks like it was tarred. And there's some small puddles on the lovely red carpeting on the ground. There's large puddles of this dried liquid there as well. And the bed sheets are shredded, as if they were taken to a knife or to an axe or a claw and literally ripped to pieces. The rest of the room, however, looks normal, and you can see it quite well in this blue light. But sitting on the bed with its back to you is the Banshee you saw just a little while earlier on. She's not facing the doorway, and she has her head hung down, and she's got her hands, her hands together almost as if they're in prayer, and she's crying quietly and softly to herself. But even though it's quiet and soft, you can see it striking the walls in waves. Every time she sobs, it hits the walls like a ball of energy, and it echoes along like ripples in a pool.
I think I should go in first, along with one of the clerics and Druger.
All right. Druger's like, all right, man, you first. Oops. Let's reopen that door. There we go.
I think Elrin will go in because she has the.
Now, by the way, I'm going to let Elrin know. Elrin, do bear in mind that if you proceed to where the area effect of your spirit guardians would take effect, then that creature would start taking damage.
Wait, sorry, one more time?
Elrin does have Spirit Guardian cast, unless she specifically chooses not to target that creature. That creature would start taking damage from the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, okay.
In other words, unless she specifically says she does not want to target her, the second she steps in and she's inside the blast radius, you've now attacked her.
Okay, hold on. Let's figure this out then. Elrin. Sorry, uno momento.
So have Elrin stay where she is, and the rest of us will stay within that sphere, but try talking to the Banshee first.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe have Angelina approach where I'm at.
Alrighty.
All right, so Druger comes in to take his usual place, covering your 6. Angelina's steps in immediately behind you. And it looks like we've got Cauldron sitting to one side of the door. Damien, I think it would make sense to put you right there, at the very least, on the other side of the door jamb. So people could still run back out of the door if they had to. So Steve, Ruger, you've got the layout the way that you've got it. You guys start coming in, and she doesn't seem to change her demeanor. She doesn't do anything different. She doesn't even seem to acknowledge that you're there.
All right. No.
Oh,
Ruger, you want to do anything?
Sure, I'll try talking to her. So I call out to her, and I say, I'm Ruger. I'm a holy warrior. We're trying to close Wind Echo Cave before it's taken over by dragons. And we're looking for an item somewhere in this castle. Can you tell me your name?
As you start to speak to her, you just hear her softly say, "Go away."
Can you help us find a ring?
When you say ring, she turns around and looks at you, and you notice that her eyes are glowing red.
oh,
You can't have it! They wanted it too! They killed me for it! You can't have it, it's all I have left!
Who killed you for it?
When you ask her that, she begins to sob heavier and harder, and she sits back down, settles back down on the bed, with her back to you again.
you have to understand. I know that you must have come across greedy people who were trying to steal your ring for power and for greed, but we are just trying to save the save Middle Earth. The fate of the cosmos relies on you giving us the key to saving Wave Echo Cave.
Wave Echo Cave. He only cared about that. He promised to protect us. Our daughter died, telling us she would be coming to protect us. But the cave meant more to him than his family. More than me. And now they're all dead. All dead. And she starts to cry and wail, only this time it's not quite the Banshee's wail in terms of attack, but it's like the same kind of bone-chilling wail, but at about 1/20th of the type of power. And instead of inspiring fear, it makes all of you feel incredibly sad, and you can feel the pain coming off of this creature. And as she does, the intensity of the blue lights in the room becomes magnified. The walls, as she starts to howl, are lit up like by a thunderclap or a lightning bolt, and then begins to reduce back down again.
I squeeze around Elrin to get into the room.
We don't want Elrin to cover the Banshee, and the what is it?
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah, so that's why Elrin's staying.
I was asking to move through your space.
Yeah, she couldn't move through. Yeah, she couldn't get past you.
Sorry.
So I put her in the room. There you go.
You must be the lady that we've heard about from those who have helped us come this far. We can assure you we're not here to hurt you or to steal from you. We are trying to prevent something. We've heard the lore of what happened the first time, and I can't imagine what you've endured, but we are trying to prevent something even worse from happening. Wave Echo Cave is something that the dragons and their cultists are trying to take over, and we're simply here to stop them from doing so and to protect this realm. And we need your help, and that requires your ring.
You don't give...
Oh, go ahead, Eva.
If you don't give us your ring, then darker forces will be able to claim Wave Echo Cave.
As you both finish, she starts to rise up off of the bed, and the color of the light begins to change. From the soft pale blue, it becomes a bright orange to a dark red, and then it slams into the walls like waves of flame, echoing and hitting, and she begins to scream. Again, it's not the attack scream, only now it's not a wail of sorrow, it's a wail of rage and anger, and she starts to scream. You all begin to cover your ears because it's just the sheer volume is painful to you. And then she says, "The dragons, they did this. Their hunger for power. They killed my children. They killed my husband. They killed us all. They brought us here. They tortured us, one by one, ripping us to shreds, making us tell them everything we knew. They wanted my ring, and I refused to give it to them." And she turns around and looks at the bed and places her hand in the middle of the bed. "Here was my last place. This is my blood. I begged them for mercy, and they would refuse. And even after I had departed, my soul was bound to the room as I watched them rip me limb from limb and consume me." She looks over at you and says, "These beasts, they are back."
Yes, they are back, and we need to prevent them from getting what they want. And just as you were strong to refuse to give them your ring, It is the only key to make sure that they don't get what they want and take over.
She walks up closer to you and Cauldron.
Oh.
And she says, "My husband was weak, but yet, in his way, strong. I know his soul is still there. I know that my anger and the anger of my daughter bound him there. His soul is as dark as his armor. Promise me, if I help you, you must help him. Help him find rest."
We promise we will do everything that we can.
She kind of gives you all a once-over, looking at you. "A strange group of companions you are, but I sense that your hearts are pure. Very well." She reaches out her hand, and in her hand, the hands that she was clasping in front of her as she was praying, she holds a very simple band of gold that shows scuff marks, years of wear from having been worn. She places it in Angelina's hand, and she says, "Perhaps you will let me find rest now. No longer must I protect this. The last clue to finding the key. Place this atop the box, and you will find the last remnant of the key. Please, you must destroy the forge. It is nothing but evil. Anyone who comes into contact with it is eventually corrupted. It is too tempting for mortals. Too tempting indeed." And as
How
go ahead.
do
I'm
we
sorry.
destroy it?
You will know. You will know.
You have our word.
When the last key is gone, the forge will be neutralized. She starts to move further away from you, moving back across the room. And as she does so, her color begins to fade, becoming a light gray, and she starts to become more and more transparent, and as she does, the look of her visage as a woman starts to come through, more young looking, more beautiful. The Banshee visage slowly melting away and her original form taking place. And she says, "You must go. They know you're here. They are coming. Quickly, before they find you. You are not the only ones that seek the ring. Farewell." And as she says that, she slowly fades out completely and vanishes in front of you. And with that, we are going to take a quick break.
Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back in 5. Thank you very much.
Woo! See you soon. Back?
Yeah, I'm back. Just checking on everybody else. Can someone please confirm the Twitch stream is working?
Yeah. Just taking care of the dog.
Okay.
Yep, it is.
Good. Okay.
Woohoo!
All right, we got everybody
The
back.
screen's all
We have
black,
Steve.
though.
Oh, Steve is watching. Steve is taking care of the dog. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He'll be back in a second.
There we go. Are you seeing the gameplay now?
Yeah, Ruger's dealing with the dog. He'll be right back.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. There's something going on with Twitch. Was not letting me put up the "we will be right back" with the normal counter, so people may have been a little bit lost in the wait there. Ah, I see why. There was an update that I didn't pay attention to. My fault. I'm not sure, but I thought I just heard something snoring. Oops.
Kevin, can you hear me?
I can indeed, sir.
Sorry, I got disconnected from the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
So I connected back in, but it says the game's paused and it's stuck at 97%.
Okay.
The game is still paused, though. That I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
So try hitting F5 and see if you can reload yourself in. So Angelina, in your inventory, you will find that you have a simple band of gold there. It is listed inside of your belongings. All right.
Yes, I see it. I don't know about you guys, but I think we should probably get the heck out of here.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I don't need to stand around and fight a fiend.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
let's just start heading back the way we came.
Excellent. Excellent. Druger's I'm absolutely in agreement. No sense we're not a welcome, and it's been such a fine welcome this place has given us, eh?
Yes. Yeah, if there's others coming, we got to get going.
Absolutely. So, let's kind of move the party, get everyone back into their normal marching patterns. Moving our clerics back out and get our frontline fighters where they like to be. Druger, and then I will move Cauldron. Get her out there so she doesn't have to deal with the persnickety-ness of sometimes a...
I just think I can't move because the game is paused.
Yep.
We go.
I can't get into the game at all.
Oh no.
Okay, can you get onto Twitch? You could watch the stream. I can talk you through it. Hold on one second. Let me try doing this for you. All right. Is there anything I can do to try and refresh that for you? I don't think there's anything I can do to try and push that back out there for you, Steve. Let's try that. Does that work? I tried pulling you to the scene. Steve? I think Steve's Wi-Fi may have gone down again.
We lost him.
Well, yeah, I think that's why he couldn't get in. I think something's happening to his Wi-Fi over there.
Okay, I can see something now.
Okay.
Woo!
We thought we thought we had lost you because we kept talking to you and we weren't hearing from you. So, good, we got you back. So everyone's in the hallway. You guys can see down into the courtyard. Let me, for those of you on the Twitch, if you guys look out through those arrow-slitted windows, directly across from you is the room where you guys ran into the spiders who were oh so welcoming to you. And down below is the courtyard you came into off of the hallway where you found the old armory, the old kitchens, and the downstairs bathroom, which before you guys wandered into the throne room, receiving room, whatever you want to call it, which is more or less underneath the rooms you were just looking at. And then you can, but as you're looking through, you can see that balcony that you guys saw from downstairs inside the main room. You can see it; it's on the same level as you guys. It's over there on that eastern wall, off to the side, which is kind of like over here on this side. Is what you're seeing over there. So, yeah. So the only door you have not opened on this floor is the one that's at the end of this hall over here. And just to remind you, there is the stairwell going down here on this side, which you may or may not have explored, and the stairwell that you came up, which was over here. So those are your ways around where you are at the moment. All right, so just kind of wanted to quickly reorient everybody to where they were relative to the map. Okay, everyone clear?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so that being the case, what would you guys like to do next?
Get out.
Yes. Yeah, I get it. By the way, call Evelyn. Where'd that come from?
Ellen.
Yes. Helen. But no, your spell, unfortunately, your spirit guardians has worn off, and unfortunately, it is no longer operating is now kind of gone defunct on you. So let me just go and make sure that we have we reflect that accordingly. You no longer have the wonderful guardianship of those folks. So yes, you're feeling a little bit naked, as it were, with respect to that, unfortunately, at this moment. So there you go. There you go.
Alrighty.
All right.
So do we want to just head the way that we came, or like, do you guys think there may be a shortcut, or?
I think that, I don't know. Do we want to go out of the chimney again? Because it might be hard to get up.
I think we still have ropes there. I'd go back that way.
Well, wouldn't we have to crawl up the chimney itself?
You guys would have to climb up the ropes. The ceiling was about 20 feet high. Then you'd have to climb up the actual chimneys themselves. You absolutely could do it. It would be significantly harder than getting down, obviously, because you had gravity on your side. But you could go back up that way. Just to remind you guys that you did see the cranks that operate the gate. And then, of course, there is the iron door, which you guys did not try, so it may or may not be locked or otherwise compromised, so it may or may not open. But the door, if you'll recall, if you're looking into the courtyard, is just directly to the north of where that marker is right now, is where the first door is, and then the portcullis was on the other side of that, or portcullis was on the other side of that. But the winches that operate those, you guys saw in the ballistas, in the room with the ballistas.
Or do you guys think, like, you know, these windows that lead to the courtyard that's below us, do we just want to use ropes to, like, go to that courtyard, or is that not towards the way out?
I think the stairs should suffice. We can go back to the ropes and just climb up.
All right. So is that the consensus of the party? Is that what you guys are going to do?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So moving the party along, you guys come up to the edge of the corner here. There's this door here, like I said before, that you had not explored. There's that one there, but you guys are going to continue down this direction, I assume, right? Is that what the consensus of the party was? You guys were not going to check out that doorway? Is that right?
Yeah, I don't really feel like fighting anything right now.
Okay.
If we could focus on getting out of here.
So there's a stairwell here which you have not explored that goes down. It is you'd have to go down single file, one abreast, going down that stair, and then there's the stair that you guys came down here, the landing right at this level. Is that where you guys want to go down?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so you guys come down to the bottom of the staircase here without incident. And then you begin to proceed down into what was the receiving room / throne room / obviously area where the dignitaries meet the other dignitaries. All right, so. All right. All of a sudden, for a moment, you all flash out of existence as the DM moves you over to a different map. Because I'm not doing that again. I'm not dealing with that nonsense one more time, because that was hard to deal with last time. Why is it doing this to me? Okay, I accidentally put everybody in a wall. Didn't mean to do that. Let me fix you. Yes, Cauldron here. The two big guys there. There. Yes, I know that we got Damien in a wall. So that's where everybody is at the moment. Cauldron.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to be taking point, yes?
I'm going to be what now?
You're going to be running. You're going to be running point. In other words, you're going to be the one at the front.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you come around the corner. The room looks very much like it did when you left, except for, of course, not. Why did it do that? I have no idea.
I think you might.
Sure. Oh God, you guys. Oh no.
All right, so I'm
I'm
gonna
afraid.
I'll take you guys to this position, and then I'll let you guys kind of figure out what you're doing next.
So is this where No, this is a different place. Okay, never mind.
Yep. So everyone's here as you've come back into the room where the Castilian is still pinned to his chair. That's where you guys had originally encountered the Banshee.
The Banshee.
The Banshee, yes. And I'll put you guys into the middle of the room like this. And just to reorient you, you have not gone through this door. You have not gone through this door, and you have not gone through this door. But you have inspected the rest of the room to make sure that you were able to see everything that was going on in the room. You did check for any other kinds of valuables or secret doors in this room.
Right. I say we just go out the way we came.
Well, I'm nervous that there
Direction is
are
that?
already people waiting for us if we go out of the common entrance.
Well, if that was the case, then maybe we should have taken one of those stairwells.
Well, we don't know where the others will be, but the common entrance isn't the way we came in. So I'm still in favor of going back up the chimney, but
Okay. I second that.
the game still shows pause for me. I don't know why.
It most certainly is not.
Oh no. Maybe try refreshing again.
So
yeah,
shall we go forward through the door?
Yeah, if we didn't come in through the common entrance, then I say that's our best bet to getting out.
Can we be like prepared so that it's not like an ambush attack? Like we are aware of the possibility that there may be a big crowd waiting for us on the other side of this door, just so that they don't have advantage.
If that's the way you guys would like to proceed, if you would like to proceed with an abundance of caution, absolutely. If you suspect that you guys might be falling afoul of some sort of skullduggery or ambush, absolutely. Cauldron.
Sounds like a little bit of metagaming. Just saying.
How about instead of that, every time we open a door, can Cauldron check to make sure nothing's behind that door? Yes. Okay, that's not metagame. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you guys were warned by the lady upstairs that other parties were coming, and I see the paladins going on. I'm shielding up here, pal. So here we go. So the door that you had opened, the big heavy doors, the ornate doors, you guys had closed them. You didn't spike them or anything like that, but they were there's been no booby traps or anything that you can find on them. You open them up and you can see the bodies of the ghouls that you had dispatched inside of the main corridor there are exactly where you had left them. You guys proceed in through that door, and you can see into the ballistas with the arrow slits, the murder holes facing into this small receiving courtyard area are still there, and they're still trained on all of you. Go ahead and give me a perception roll on the door, please.
Cauldron, I'm assuming.
Yes, she's your point of attack, as it were. Cauldron, you can hear some noises on the other side of the door.
Oh.
Sounds like there's something on the other side of this door.
Oh, good.
Is this the way to the chimney?
Yes. You guys are going back the direction you came. You're following your footsteps.
Just follow the trail of dead bodies.
That's actually fairly accurate. With the way you guys have gone through, it's kind of like breadcrumbs. Yes.
Should we, maybe Druger and I should go through first, Cauldron? And then Damien?
Okay.
Yeah, just in case.
All right. So, Cauldron, you're going to step aside, I assume, yes? Like over here? Okay. Maybe take a step back so we can get the 3 big guns up to the front. We got Ruger, Druger, and Damien all up in the front. Anybody preparing anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Okay. Ruger, how do you want to do this? How do you want to open the door? You just want to bust it open and go, or what's the story?
Unless somebody has some spell they want to throw in, bust open the door, and I'll go through first, then Druger, then Damien, then everybody else follows and launches ranged attacks.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So you guys open the door.
Ah, good.
Yes, and
There they are.
Ruger, you and Druger and Damien pounce into the room, and our other 3 are in close proximity behind. And I'll let you guys figure out what you're doing next as we utter the famous words, and it's not the ones that Ninako uttered that one time, even though those would have been pretty funny. It is, in fact...
Rickety clackety, you about to get a tackety.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that one too. That one works. There we go. I'm going to put everybody into combat mode as we get ready to roll for initiative. All right, folks.
Angela's not in combat.
What's that?
Angelina's not in combat.
I see her there, I thought. Let me try again.
Ooh, who rolled the 20?
That was Damien.
Dang! Damn, Damien.
Oh, I see what happened. 1 second. Let me move you over here. There we go. We were trying to add a dead man into combat. There you go. You're in now. I mean, we could put him in there, but I just don't understand why. Be kind of weird. So as the combat begins, as you open the door, what you see on the opposite side of the courtyard is you see a group of about 7 figures. Some of these you've seen before. You see those weird, small, kobold-like creatures and the rather robust, heavily built orc one. You see those at the opposite, in some kind of like a formation on the other side of the courtyard. But flanking on either side of them are some creatures that look extremely strange to you. They look almost like draconic people, but the build is wrong and the coloring is very strange. But behind them is a creature that both Damien and Ruger are familiar with, they've heard of, and probably have never actually encountered. What they're actually seeing is a creature that appears to be like a small dragon in its appearance, but in actuality appears to be more like a cross between a demon and a dragon. It's completely white and shimmering with leathery torn wings and an enormous sword in its hands. Behind them, you see that the gate to the castle was opened. This must have happened as you were walking down the stairs, and they've made their way into the main chamber of the room. And as a result, you are now you haven't caught each other completely unawares, but you clearly have caught each other in a less than ideal circumstance. Damien, you have first strike, as it were. You have the first cause of action here. What would you like to do, sir? Damien.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to see on my screen, where are these enemies?
They're directly in front of you, about 40 feet.
Sorry. My screen was oriented a little bit differently.
Yeah, if you scroll, if you do whatever motion it is to scroll. Okay.
I'm going to, I suppose I'll attack the... Oh, this guy right here. Hold on, how do I target again? Jesus Christ. There we go. I'm gonna actually run up. I'm assuming... Okay, so what kind of weapons do these guys have, just out of curiosity? Can we, like...
From what you can see where you're at, you can see that the ones in the front appear to have like a combination of javelins and crossbows. The orcish creature appears to be a little bit more how do I put this? The orcish creature seems to have something like a battle axe in his hands. However, the two creatures that are draping on either side of him, they look like they've got very long, very thin, very graceful javelins that could be used either as a thrusting weapon or can be thrown.
Okay, so they more or less look like they're portraits. I just wanted to make sure.
Correct. They look very much like what you see in the drawing. However, the ones in the drawings look a little bit more like they're holding long, thin swords, but in this case, they're a little bit more like javelins.
Gotcha. They've got crossbows, and I've got the initiative. I'm assuming all the big boys are in the front.
Never know. Well, you do know one thing, Kenji. The character that is in the back is it looks like it's a dragon, but it absolutely positively is not.
Okay.
It is actually, you know what, like I said, you and Ruger know what these are, and unfortunately everybody else is going to end up hearing this as we discuss. But what this is essentially a demonic emissary for a white dragon.
Gotcha. So not quite a dragon, but like a weird, like his henchman kind of thing.
Correct.
All right. If that's the case, does he? We have no idea about his actually, because we know what this is, do we know what his abilities are? Like, does he have any kind of magic at all?
Is this metagaming?
Can you just hit something?
Well, no, because I'm actually trying to create a strategy because I'm trying to figure out if I want to, depending on the attack. I'm actually probably going to end up. I'm thinking about it. I'm probably going to cast. Do I still have the green flame hex for my blade?
Yes, you do. You do. But you know that this thing is particularly badass. You know that it is resistant to certain kinds of magic. You know that it is nasty.
Yes. So there's like certain things, because there's certain things that I know personally about it, but I also want to make sure that there are things that my character knows. Like I want to play as my character, so like not just as me. So if that's the case, then I'm going to cast my green hex blade. Hold on, let me go to
green flame blade. You do know, by the way, because it is demonic, that if the weapon is not silver, it will only do it'll only do partial damage to it, and and it needs to be of magical. Physical attacks need to be magical in nature, or they're just not going to do anything to it.
If that's the case, then well, I'm assuming the other guys in the front, though, those are just normal orcs and what have you. I'm assuming.
Correct. You also, by the way, you do know that it is immune to cold. You know it's immune to fire, and you know it's immune to poison.
Oh, you mean the orc balls or the emissary?
The emissary.
Okay, well, everybody else can still be affected by this ish, right? By the same stuff.
Yes.
They're affected, but this guy's not.
As far
right?
as you know. Everybody else
Okay.
you don't know about. That one you would, because this is something you would have studied.
I am going to cast the green flame onto my sword. So
Okay, that only takes effect if you're going to actually strike something with the sword. Okay? So you don't need to worry about that because you're not in range to do that right now.
I was going to then. What I was going to do from there was then I was going to run and attack this guy. So hold on, let me. Hold on. I targeted myself. Is this working? Oh, is that what it means? Does that mean I'm doing the thing?
Yes, so you have green flame blade running, which means now that you've got that on your sword, when you attack something, you can add additional damage, and it can strike and perform additional damage to a creature within 5 feet of you.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I'm also going to remove my character then.
Okay.
There we go. Alrighty, I'm going to target this creature here. I will. Now I just do a regular slash, don't I?
So and start your sir.
I'm going to attack with talon, I think. Let's stick with that one.
Okay, I'm turning that one off. I don't like that song at all. That's not the one I was going to use. I had another one all lined up, but unfortunately it's not working.
I'm clicking on the thing. I don't know if it's working.
Okay, well, you need to do that. You need to click on attack.
And clicked attack. I'm on my actions now, and I'm trying to click the dice icon on the long sword.
Look at the chat window. Click on the word attack. And this would be normal.
Oh, here we go. Haha. Normal. Meh.
All right. Well, unfortunately you missed. You have your second attack, sir.
Do I have another attack?
Yes, you have 2 attacks.
But he used green flame blade.
Oh, that's correct.
So my 2 attacks are done.
Correct.
Yep.
And unfortunately, because you didn't strike, your green flame blade didn't hit anything. So unfortunately, that's not working. So I'm going to actually have you glowing, so remember that you've got that going on. All right.
Got it.
All right. So moving on to the next person in combat. The next person in combat is the creature that is directly behind you. The creature that is directly behind you takes 1 step to the side and targets you, Damien. And as he targets you, he breathes out. And as he breathes out, a cone of ice cold comes out towards you. Please give me a saving throw with your constitution. You need to beat a 13. The creature that you see standing in front of you is a little over 6 feet tall. As I said before, it looks like one of the dragon people that you're familiar with seeing around occasionally. They're very rare, but they do occasionally present themselves in your world. But this one is even more lizard-like, and the scaly nature of its armor, which appears to be its skin. At first you thought it was armor, it turns out to be its skin. This one has a white silvery sheen to it. So give me your saving throw, please, sir. Do you know how to do that, Kenji? Did we lose Kenji?
Wait, hold on. What are you asking me for?
A saving throw.
Saving throw. Gotcha.
Against your constitution. Open your character sheet.
Gotcha. Found it. Saving throw. Here we go. Normal or disadvantage?
Normal. All right, you were able to make your saving throw. So as a result, you're only going to take partial damage. All right, you only take half damage. You rolled an 11, so you will lose 6 hit points. As you become quite cold. But fortunately not severe enough to actually impact your mobility, which would have been very bad for you, considering how you're a warrior that prides himself on his ability to actually move about nimbly during combat.
Right.
So the next character that moves is the creature directly behind him, the heavy orcish looking creature. Pulls back with his javelin, targeting you, and tosses it. And misses horribly. It sails over your shoulder and goes skidding across the floor off of the granite and marble that makes up the main room. So you manage to successfully not get struck by that. However, this creature next to you pulls up with its crossbow, and it appears to be quite emboldened by the fact that it has its brethren around. Actually, it also is going to grab its javelin and wield its javelin at you, and manages to make a critical strike with the javelin against you.
Oh my.
And it lands for 11 more points of damage against you. So you've now down to 33 hit points. Apply damage. There you are. You're now down to 32 hit points, sir. The character in the back begins to float off of the floor. He floats about 10 feet into the air and also targets you. And he looks down at you and goes, "You will fall." And he starts to laugh.
Girl, I'm laughing.
Girl.
Dramatic.
And he holds his attack. The next creature targets you with a javelin. And manages to strike.
I've got this thing on my screen now that says Damien Dravograd attack hits and shield and Warcaster.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I don't know what you've opened on your character sheet, Kenji, so I can't tell you.
I didn't click anything. Something just came up on my screen. Oh, never mind.
All right. So you were lucky. This javelin barely glances you and only does a modicum of damage, catching you in the shoulder as it whips past you and kind of extends into the wall. Druger sees that his buddy is now in a lot of trouble, so he proceeds to run forward. Well, as far as his dwarven stubby legs will take him, and chooses to use a sweeping attack against the first two characters that are in front of him. Targeting one, Targeting 2. Druger uses one of his fighter abilities to try and do a sweeping attack. Taking down his warrior abilities, but that's great. He strikes the... Here goes his attack against the first one. Come on, guy. Where are you? There we are. Using Hugh, his battle axe. And the great wide swipe. And he ends up missing.
Oh no.
And he misses the second one standing next to him as well, unfortunately. So the sweeping attack does not work, but in his extra attack, his second attack, he retargets the kobold in front of him. Let's see. What can he do this time? He's going to try a menacing attack. No, that's not. He won't do that. Let's try. We're just going to use the extra attack. It's fine. Here we go. Striking with Hugh. This time, he strikes and makes a critical hit. Very frustrated with having missed with the first one. He strikes with the second one and does 15 points of slashing damage and splits the creature directly in half and sends it immediately to the ground, dead as a doornail.
Nice.
One second here. It really pisses me off. All right. Okay, there we go. Now, using... Yeah, he's going to stop there. He's not going to try and push his luck any further, having managed to kill one of them. Elrin, your turn, my lady.
All right, I'm going to... Huh?
I think you're too far.
I'm going to get... Because I can walk 30... What is it, 30 feet? Or is that run?
You can walk 30 feet. If you run, you won't. That would be your action, and it would take away your ability to actually attack. Correct. Do remember, your primary responsibility is to heal the party. Just making sure you're aware of that.
I'll get there when I get there, but right now we're fine.
Gotcha.
Right? Nobody's in like serious pain.
Yes,
So I'm gonna get myself right up here. I think that's 30 feet right here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of be off to the side.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Sacred Flame. Or Toll the Dead. I'll Toll the Dead.
Okay.
That's gnarly. Alright.
Please roll your damage.
1 second. Okay, one creature.
As your spell strikes for 13 points, but does it in fact strike for 14 points? We will see. As the creature attempts his saving throw and easily makes it, you do no damage. He resists your attempt at defiling him with necrotic damage. Angelina, it is your turn.
So, I'm gonna take a few steps forward. 30 feet is, I believe, here. Oh, and I can't get around this door. Hold on. Un momento. Sorry.
10, 20.
Can I do one more?
You can actually go 2 more if you really wanted to, but that's 25 where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna bolt the planar lightning this guy that's in the air.
Okay. Go ahead and target the bad boy.
Alrighty. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Keep those spells to that, so.
Yeah. I haven't used any spells yet, I don't think. I may have actually. You have 3 of yours. 3 of those. 3 of those. Bolt of Plato Lightning. Where are you? Where are you?
It's up here. It's higher.
Okay, first I thought that was Angelina, Steve. I was like, what is she doing? What is she aiming? It's like, what is happening? I swear they're not drinking upstairs when I went up there, but you never know. All right.
Alrighty. Wait, Bolt of Plato Lightning. Is there a chance that I'm gonna hit? No, he's the furthest away, so it's okay.
Yes, and he's also 10 feet in the air. And
Okay.
critical misses on spells I don't treat that way, by the way. Unless it's something like like a fireball. That's a different story. That's an area effect.
Alrighty, I roll, cast spell. Oh, and then do I need to roll for damage or attack?
Roll the attack first.
Attack.
And I assume you're casting this in its normal damage slot area, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You see this bolt of bluish-white pure light, inspired and energized by your celestial god, pouring out of your hands as it echoes through the room and strikes the floating Abishai as he's in the air. Please roll damage.
Oh, okay. Roll damage.
You do 23 points of lightning and radiant damage to this creature, and it shrieks as it's blasted in the chest, and it seems, you're not sure, but a little bit surprised to have been struck by something of that nature.
Boom, ba clap.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
All right, moving along, Cauldron. It is time for the thief to shine. Do you need help getting around the door? Is it catching you?
No, I was just planning out my move.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries. Yeah, these are the pre-made maps.
If I would be allowed to move.
You should be able to.
It takes a few extra steps to get around the door.
Yeah, there's so when you're stepping on dead bodies, sometimes it takes a little extra. Here we go. I'll get you past that and get you.
The door's just like opening and closing.
Yeah, it's. I
can't get through the door.
Just so you guys know, I didn't draw these maps. These were the ones that came prefabbed, right. And that's why it's doing the weird things that it's doing. So my apologies.
The thief can't get through the door.
That's okay. That is funny. The thief can't through the. Okay. All right. So, Cauldron, you now find yourself in the room of combat, and there's something about that guy in the air that is just resonating in your brain. You don't know what it is. You don't have Ruger's training. You don't have Damien's training. There's just something about it. It's like you don't like his face.
I think I am going to cast Firebolt at one of the kobold thingies. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sorry, I think DM's mic is getting a little...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had accidentally hit it while I was drinking, and it hit the mute button. My apologies. So which one did you say you were targeting?
This one.
Gotcha. Okay. Let him have it. And it flies off into the background and misses. He laughs at you. With you missing. What would you like to do next, milady? Is that the end of your turn? Or are you going to use any of your other actions?
I just had a thought of how I could have done my turn better, but that's fine.
Okay.
I think I'll stay where I am.
Gotcha.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Mr. Celestial, your natural enemy is at the other end of the room. One of your natural enemies. You do not like this thing at all.
Can you move me back to where I was supposed to start from?
Sorry. There you go. I can hear Lulu losing her mind in the background, by the way.
Yeah, she's in timeout and she's not liking it.
All right. So how would you like to play this, sir? You see that your team is now facing a considerable threat. These are quite powerful. Some of these creatures you've never seen before. And there is a fiend floating 10 feet off the air in front of you who is dedicated to a servant of one of your natural enemies. That's not metagaming at all, is it? Alrighty. I see you move in behind the white-scaled, shimmering, draconian type of creature that sees you approaching. And as you get closer to it, you can tell that it is not a draconian. You've seen draconians. This is clearly more lizard-like. Less humanoid, far more lizard-like.
Okay, well, I was going to do something magical, but
I think you said you're just going to whack him. Is that right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. Let him have it.
I'll try the
He's trying Dragon Slayer, folks. The Dragon Slayer weapon.
Ooh.
Go ahead and do your attack.
inventory. It moved up and down the inventory and is not attacking.
I will take care
of
it. Because what I'm having it do now, Steve, is you have to go to the chat and then actually do the attack in the chat, because what I'd like you to do is put +1 in the situational bonus window. All right? There we go. I think we may have just had someone come in and do something on Switch. You managed to hit! And even though that was a paltry, pathetic roll, you still see the blade easily cut through the natural armor of this creature, and it sends out a howl. Please roll the click for damage. Click the versatile button, please. Here, I'll do it for you. All right? It's in the chat window.
It's telling me you must roll the attack before rolling the damage.
I'll take care of it for you then. All right? Rolling it. All right. Now, please roll 3d6 for me. That's roll 20, by the way. That does that. In the chat, in the roll window at the bottom of the chat window, you'll see there's the dice. There you go. Wow, that was a great roll. You do an additional 15 damage to him. He has now taken 21 points of damage, and he is not enjoying that at all. It's like, when did we lose control of this?
I'm going to hit him again, same way. Do I do the plus?
By all means. Yes, go ahead. Perfect, is that it is something that he is... clearly he is draconic of toe! Critical hit! So as you stab into him with a critical hit, please roll 3d6 for me as I roll your d10 slashing damage.
Do I press the critical button?
Actually, I was doing that on your blade, but you can just roll 3d6. We're going to double your damage on that one. (13 plus 22 is a lot. That is 34, and that is significantly more than this creature had. So this creature lets out with a blood-curdling scream as cold flames slowly starts to arise from its body as it sinks down into a puddle of red and white and black mush in the middle of the floor in front of you.
Well, that was fun, but kind of gross.
Yes. More fun for you than for him, let's be honest. The creature that you had shot your bolt of flame at, Cauldron, and missed. It's now his turn. And he targets the one that's already bleeding, which would be Damien. Using his great axe, he attacks. And gets a critical hit. And manages to hit for 17 points of damage, taking you down to 11 hit points. Damien is not doing well. He is quite bloodied at the moment. There goes the blade hacking into him. The other that is directly in front of Damien targets him, also using his great axe, attacking and strikes. His damage coming in. Fortunately, he does not land a solid blow, but it still draws blood anyways. And our good friend Damien is now looking extremely poorly. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first round of combat. We are now in the second round of combat. Damien, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hold on. Who's still left? Seems like man.
Do you have any potions?
Okay, my warcaster and my shield keeps coming up. This prompt keeps coming up. It seems like every time I get attacked, it
yes,
would come up.
Warcaster lets you know that anytime somebody moves, because you are a Warcaster, you can take an opportunity attack against them with a spell if they move during combat through your sphere of influence. That's not happening. It's just prompting you to let you know that. It's the shield being up there is just to let you know that you're taking damage, and shield is reducing some of that damage for you, but it's just not enough.
What? Is it for the shield spell which he has?
It's the shield
which
spell.
would mitigate.
Oh man, I wish I could show people what's going on my screen. Here.
Okay, hold on a second here.
I can actually. Hold on.
Yeah. So what it is?
Shields.
Sorry, not your damage, but your AC. Your armor class is much higher. These guys have just been rolling ridiculously well. I'm amazed. They've all been rolling like 19s and 20s against you.
I'm sorry, is he using his spell slots to cast shield? Because that's how you use it.
I mean, let me try showing my.
Yes.
Let me show my.
The only way it would have come out is if he actually cast it. Because he said he cast that before he walked into the room. Yeah. We've got somebody inside of Twitch. Yes. Hey! Matthew Perkins! Holy smoke!
I thought shield only lasted a round.
Yep.
And you could only cast it when somebody attacked you.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can see, but that's what my. I don't know if anyone's looking at my my window right now, Dad, but that's these two are the windows that are popping up.
I don't. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It's done as a reaction. That's done as a reaction.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty, well, I'll end it. I'll end my thing then.
Well, here's the thing. You next time. That's right. You should have only cast it as a reaction as soon as you got attacked. We'll just use it that way for the next round. By the way, Eva, Matthew Perkins, Eva.
Hello.
Yeah, he's watching us on Twitch. Yes, you should have only cast it as a reaction to your first attack. Will not as a prep. We'll count it, which means that it's now gone at the end of this. It's now gone. It's not active this round. The effect has to be turned off. The automatic timing inside of Foundry should have taken care of that, and it didn't. I'm a little PO'd with that, but that's the way it goes. All right, so Damien, you've been bloodied. You've been beaten. You are now in dire straits. What are you going to do, my friend?
I'm gonna see if I got some potions.
Might be a good idea. Oh my gosh, he's raiding with a party of 9. Thanks for bringing the raid party.
Thank you.
Raid! Fucking raid! There it is.
Ugh. Okay.
Let's see. I got arrows, oil flash, pitons, rations. There we go.
Not
Wait,
rations. This is not Skyrim.
God damn it! I fucking I got no potions. I got pitons, not potions. I got a potion of invisibility.
Fortunately, the clerics are coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
We got like 6 other bad guys in between,
They're
but
like, someone give me like some. I'm gonna run away. For a second.
You can disengage. That's the action you want to take. It's called disengage, because you run away, you open yourself up to opportunity attacks.
yeah, from the back.
Oh, that's right. Well, wait. I don't even have my green flame going on anymore, do I?
That you could do that with your next round. It's not a problem. It's a cantrip. But you're saying you want to disengage. You can disengage. You just move back, and we'll say that you're disengaging. So you're doing essentially a tactical retreat. So you're not going to get attacked in an opportunity attack while you're doing so. All right.
I'm lost.
Okay. So how far back are you going to go here?
I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna get behind Ava. Actually, I think Ava's cursor.
Eva?
I'm gonna get behind Ava's cursor. We're over by. I guess this is Cauldron. I think.
Yes, that's called.
Yes.
Yes. How long have you been playing this game?
Where? What are you?
How long
It's
have
okay.
I been with you?
I don't know.
Ava's cursor is floating above us, so it just looks like the cursor's name. It looks like the token's name is Ava. That's all.
I see. Gotcha. And by the way, her name's Eva.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I've been watching too much Evangelion.
Okay. The creature that is floating about the room has detected the presence of one of its natural enemies and flies over, seeing Ruger. It looks deeply incensed as it looks at you, and it basically says, "You shall die at my hand for the glory of my master," and targets you. Swooping down from the sky, it attacks.
Do I get an opportunity attack for that?
No, it's approaching you. It's not flying past you. It's not flying away. It's flying up to you to attack.
Just checking.
Okay. It decides to use its bastard sword against you. It comes down from the sky, swinging the sword with both hands, and misses, slamming into the stone right next to you.
Not today, bastard.
But as it does, it it swings up and tries to strike at you with its other hand, with one of its clawed hands. And by the way, this is what he's also doing at the same time. This is a reckless attack as he swings with his claws at you.
I'd be shy, you know. I would talk to you.
And also misses with his attack with his claws. And that is the end of his turn.
So is he on the ground now?
Yes, let me change his ground to being there, and he is no longer flying.
Cleric! Instead of medic.
Exactly. That is the cry of many of man when they come into battle. He is now on the ground in front of you. The creature that is over here in this corner takes a step towards Ruger.
Druger.
Druger. Even I get them confused.
It's really similar.
Yes. And strikes at him with his javelin. Oh, critical miss.
Oh. Does he hit his friend, maybe?
Nope, clean miss, no additional penalties.
Dang it.
In his second attack, also misses. Ruger. Oh, he was targeting Ruger. Sorry about that. That's all right. He was supposed to be targeting Druger. That's all right.
It's okay. He missed anyways.
He missed anyways. We're going to call that a miss. Druger, however, it's now his turn. And he tends to take it personally when people try to attack him. So, all right, I'm gonna go and smack you in the next Tuesday. Not that anybody in this world knows what Tuesday is. So he attacks with Hugh.
Hugh,
And he hits.
Oh, okay, good.
Striking with his damage. He does 10 vicious points of damage across the critter's chest. You see blood starting to spurt out on its chest as he strikes it. With his second attack. Oh no, critical miss. He sustains an injury. His awkward attack causes him to lose his footing, slips, and goes directly into the splits. You did not know Druger could hit notes that high. He must go and use a DC check 14 to avoid injury, and he could be incapacitated for as much as 4 rounds. So here we are.
Oh, man.
So, all right, here we go.
Come on, Druger. You got it, baby. No!
And he rolls a 13. No, he is down, doing damage.
No! Just by 1 point, dude.
It takes 8 points of damage, taking him down. But the bigger question is how long is he incapacitated and at disadvantage? 1 round.
Okay.
Yeah, Elrin, you might want to get over there and thunderwave the other side of the room.
That is exactly. You saw me with that ruler, didn't you? It's on my. I'm on it.
Our poor Druger.
Druger's already on the floor. He's not going to be hurt again.
And quite frankly, if there had been any bats or dogs in the room, they'd all be doing probably a check against that note that he just hit as he hit the ground doing the splits. Elrin,
He's making my dog bark.
All right. You heal Damien.
I know. I will heal Damien.
Okay. I am going to use the circlet or the scroll. Hold on. I can't remember what it's called.
The circlet of Thunderwave.
Thunderstrike. Yes.
Thunderstrike. Sorry. Circlet of Thunderstrike. Yes.
Then that's the one where I can throw the spell.
That is correct. You can do that at range. But you need to be careful where you place it.
Yes,
so
I
make
know.
sure you.
So I'm placing it on the other side of this door. Is that okay?
Why?
Because then there in my 30-foot radius.
You can
Wait,
cast it.
Diameter.
Yes, you can cast it within 30 feet. Let me reread it. Maybe I misunderstood that spell.
Sorry, hold on. Anywhere within a 90-foot radius, and I try to remember what the radius is.
Okay. So if it's a 30-foot...
Provided the wearer can see the point on the ground where the spell will emanate. And then...
Okay.
At a range of up to 90 feet. But does that mean 90 feet?
No, you can cast it up to a distance of 90 feet, is what it's saying.
No, it also says, while wearing it, the wearer can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast the Thunderwave spell. Oh, at a range of up to 90 feet.
The Thunderwave spell has a range of 15 feet.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Cubed.
Yes. So when you cast the spell, it should ask you to place a template onto the map so we know exactly where you're putting it. So just make sure you do that. So cast the spell from the device, from the item.
Do I have to target myself or no?
No, you want to target the ones you want to hit.
Hold on 1 second, sorry. You must hold on. Sorry. 1 second. Hold on. Sorry.
Right. So let me help you.
No. She's got it.
I think I got it.
Okay. Because I was going to say the template is right. Okay. There you go. You targeted those guys. You just struck them with your Thunder Strike. All right. Perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. So I'm really impressed that you actually pulled that off without any help. Great. So they do need to do saving throws to see whether or not they are able to withstand that or not. So let me take care of that for you. All right. So first of all, let's find out whether or not this rather large guy that was flying in the air, whether or not he is able to do it or not. He throws his Constitution saving throw. And fails. So he does take damage. And seriously, he should have, I don't know what to tell you. This guy in the front also fails. It's the clerics, man. I don't know what to tell you. Their gods are definitely on their side. This one does make his saving throw, and this creature in the back, this rather big, hefty bad boy here, he's looking very aggressive, but let's see whether or not he actually passes his saving throw. And he does not. Okay. All right. So, please go ahead and roll the damage. That is going to be 2d8.
I always have to do it like this. I'm not prepared.
Two of them.
I did.
Oh. That wasn't...
All right. So you did 6 points of damage. And so this character here takes the full 6.
Abishai is dead now, right?
He is not. Oh, he's not. You get that he's not happy, but you also get that probably didn't make a big dent.
Wow. Okay.
You also noticed with respect to that he barely even noticed that you struck him, quite frankly.
What?
Yeah. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. So there you go. So, but the other characters here are still alive and kicking that are in front of you. But everything that is hit must make they didn't make their saving throw, or else they get pushed 10 feet, and there is a wall directly behind him, so he is going to take another 1d8 from the wall. So slamming into the wall does another 4 points of damage to him because he had no place to go. This one and this one are pushed back 10 feet. More like this because of the angle you're at. He couldn't get pushed back, he slams into the wall. This guy made his saving throw, so he's not moving. Alright, Angelina.
Alright, Damien, get the fuck over here. Let me... Okay.
He can't move.
I know, I'm targeting
He went
him.
to go hide behind the thief instead of stopping at the cleric.
Yeah, well, I'm not going over to him either. I'll do it from a distance.
Okay. What are you casting?
I will be casting, if I'm not mistaken, healing word is more stronger than cure wounds, right?
No, it's not.
Not really.
But
Oh, the other way around?
Yeah, but you can cast that as a bonus action, which means you can cast that at any time. So, but go ahead. You can do that 60 feet. Go for it. Target him and let it fly. You get you get certain natural bonuses for any of your healing because your stats are so good. You are the uber healer, and that's reflected partly because of the school of clericism that you belong to.
Wait, okay, it's saying that cure wounds I have to touch them.
Yes. So you need to go move down to him and then do that. There's no one around that you have to worry about anything like an opportunity attack. No one was in proximity to you, but go ahead.
Alrighty. I rolled it. Did it not?
Click the healing button in the
sorry.
the chat window.
Yep, sorry.
There we go. The wonderful healing aura hits for 15 points on our good friend, who is now doing. You did 9 points, which has brought him up significantly, but he's still really, really hurt.
Yep.
All right. I believe that is it for you then.
Yeah. I mean, do I have am I able to hand him a potion or anything? Or did I already use my...
Well, as an interaction, you could hand it to him. Sure, I'll let that happen.
Alright, I hand him one of my healing potions, just in case.
Alright, I'll go and put that into his inventory.
Thank you.
You have several. The ones you normally seem to keep on your belt are the regular ones, so I will put one of those into his inventory. Alright, Damien, if you'd be so kind, sir, please take your potion.
Well, he doesn't
he
have
can't.
to
Yeah,
take it.
he can't take it yet. Anyway, so that's fine. You have to wait till his turn. Cauldron.
I am going to go up here. That's the ruler tool, not the movement.
I do that all the time. I understand. I sympathize.
I'm going to use... Actually, no, I can't do that. I'll just attack twice, but I don't believe I sneak attack.
Okay. Ooh, nice strike. Soft and velvety through the ribs into the soft, chewy bits underneath. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Oh, nice. I can remove sneak attack.
Oh, okay, good. By the way, I worked on that. I'm glad you're seeing that now, because I was trying to figure out how to stop it. Excellent. Oh, very good, solid strike with the dagger. As I said before, into the crunchy bits inside. And our character. Go ahead.
And then, as a bonus action, stab with my rapier.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you hit. It's that wonderful dexterity of yours that gives you the versatility on that attack. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Here we go.
Ooh, only a 1, but still, we'll take what we can get.
Still 4 points, right?
Yes. This
That's 10 points
this
total.
yes, this gentleman in front of you is now looking, as they say in the old school ways, he is looking very bloodied. Alrighty.
That's old school.
That is
I
old
think
school. Ruger, sir.
So I have a question for the DM. Once he's hit with the planar lightning, doesn't he glow and we get advantage on the next attack roll? And was that the attack roll of the thunder wave, or is that my attack roll?
That would have been thunder wave, and in that wave struck. Yes, it's only for the next attack. It's not for the next round. It's only for the next attack. So that's correct. So yes, I was all ready to go.
Thunder wave.
Thunder strike.
What?
Thunder strike.
Sorry. Is that just a save, or is there an attack roll involved? Because
it was just
things are usually one to the other.
Yeah, that's right. That was just. Oh yeah. So guess what? Yes, we will say that he is still glowing, and that good call. That's right. That would still have him glowing. So let me give him the peach glow, so that you know that he's glowing, as is this one, as is this one. And that one managed to save, so he was not glowing.
Right.
But yes, you have advantage on this attack, sir. Silver longsword attacking. And you managed to hit, sir. Please use your versatile damage.
Do I activate the Divine Smite now, or?
Yes, if you would like. Very much so.
Do I do it before or after the versatile damage?
It's up to you.
I can't access my player page. It went away.
Do you want me to do it for you? There you go. Divine Smite is now up. Let's go ahead and roll your versatile damage first, and then from your blade. All right, and you do 7 points of slashing damage. Now roll your Divine Smite. This is a fiend, remember.
Right. And how do I make it second level?
When you cast it should ask you at what level you're casting it at.
Oh, it didn't ask me anything. It just brought up the page. So I do damage or versatile?
Well, you tell me. So hold on. We'll do the damage as versatile, but it depends on what type of slot you're going to expend in order to use this.
Second level spell slot.
Got it. Okay, so gotcha. Okay, so it's going to be 3D 3d8.
Really? 2 for first level, +1 for second level, then +1 fiend. So 4 total.
Oh, 4! Right, yes. Sorry, I forgot the fiend thing. I just reminded him of it, too.
Oh, nice.
Why did it roll 5?
Oh.
I selected 4.
I don't know why I gave you 5, but that's fine. We won't quibble. So you did 24 points of damage to him. We'll take that off. All right, so that takes us down there. He's now looking good, and he's starting to actually show signs of. You see blood covering the white tunic in front of him, and he's starting to look as if he might be actually suffering from all of the repeated blows and damage that he has been taking.
Wait, is the Divine Smite the second attack then for the turn?
No, no, no. Divine Smite
No,
is part of the first
it's a
attack.
free thing.
That's a free one. You can add that to the end of your attack. It just costs you a spell slot. So you still have your second attack. Your extra attack, sorry. And if you want to... If you don't know if you have Action Surge left or not, I don't remember if you use that. Technically, you can get...
I just have an extra attack. I don't have Action Surge.
Okay.
That's a fighter-only thing, I think.
Okay, I keep selecting the attack from the Dragon Slayer longsword and nothing happens.
Alright, let me do it for you. And unfortunately, I don't roll as well as you do. And he missed.
Okay.
No.
All right. The buzzing orc bold. What would he do? Well, he's not going to run away because he's got someone next to him. So he will target the one creature that he gets who's kind of defenseless at the moment. Poor Druger, as he lies on the floor, nursing an injured groin. And he swings at him with his great axe. And he misses.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just don't.
You're not rolling for me anymore, DM.
I know. Today's not the DM's rolling day, but you know, it's not like this is a contest. It's not like I'm trying to kill you guys or anything. That's not what we're trying to do. But that's what I'm trying to do.
It doesn't feel that way at all.
Not at all. But Druger is going to get shot at by this character who has been pushed back. He shoots with his light crossbow. And he misses even with... I can't roll today. Alright, there's just some days.
Amazing.
And we believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the third round of combat.
Wow.
Let's make it the final one.
Hail.
Alright, drink your potion,
Let
sir.
me target myself. When I drink a potion, I target myself. Can't help it.
I hope this potion does some good healing.
Do I click healing now?
Yes.
Normal.
Nice. You managed to heal yourself for 9 points of damage. And you're
almost
not...
back.
Yeah, you're almost to half your original hit points. So
That's not bad at all.
you're
Better than I
getting
was
you're
before.
feeling stronger every day. All right, that was your action. Do you want to use Action Surge to do something else, or are you good there?
You know what? Let's see where I'm at. Where am I? Oh, I didn't. I will run up to... Guess I'll run up to this folk, right? This brother right
Well,
here.
okay.
I'm gonna crawl on the side, though. Is there... I'm trying to think, how long is the distance between here and... Am I able to make that run?
You can move 30 feet.
Am I allowed... And there, technically speaking, that's a body.
Correct.
Can I stand body to attack?
Well, there's... Okay, hold on. There's... Is that creature there dead? He's not, is he?
Yeah. No, this creature has a skull on it. I'm assuming he's dead.
Are they both dead? Okay. All right.
I mean, the one next to it isn't. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna run up next to it and attack it, but still keeping myself some distance between that and the emissary.
Okay. Hold on something here real quick. I need to check something out. Yeah, there's two creatures there. The one that's dead.
Got it.
Okay. I'll move him back so you're clear. And then there's that guy. Okay.
Okay, got
He's still there.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, well, if I went from here to... Oh, I can still make that run. I'll attack the... Okay, I'm gonna make that. Oh, sorry, I forgot the ladder. There. And then I am going to attack this gentleman here with my sword.
Did you just target yourself?
No, I targeted the other gentleman, I believe.
Just check. Just checking.
And then I'm going to...
Okay, press the attack button. And you hit.
Nice.
All right. Roll your attack damage. Use versatile, please. And you hit for 9 points of damage.
Beautiful.
Yes. This character is starting to look much more bloody as the moments go on. All right. Your second attack, sir? No, second attack? Yeah, extra attack.
And that's you, I think.
Yes, Damien.
Oh shit, did I miss something?
Yes, you have a second attack.
Oh shoot. Oh, wait, didn't I already use my action to heal myself?
Yeah, that's okay. That's correct. So, that's true.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Moving back over to the folks that are not dead. This character here, the orc bull that is sitting in the back of the room. Let's see. He is going to... It is now a new turn. Druger will be not incapacitated when we get to his turn. He doesn't have line of sight on Damien, but he does have line of sight on Druger.
Hold on, I'm gonna be AFK for a second.
Okay. And
Oh,
he
he hits good. Oh boy. Oh
And
no!
hits for 9 points of damage. And Damien's back in the hurt again.
No, I thought it was on Druger.
No, he couldn't get to Druger, so he did it on Damien.
Oh god, okay.
So Damien's back in the hurt again.
I swear to god. My god.
Hold on, he's not done.
Oh good.
And he uses his dagger. And he strikes with his dagger for another 5 points of damage. Yep, that's right. Okay. There we go. So Damien...
Doesn't Damien have like a longbow or something?
He does. And ranged spells, for that matter, too.
Yeah, we might suggest that.
Yes.
It's alright, Druger will be up soon. Abishai.
Yes. So, having taken damage from you last round, the Abishai targets you and attempts to bite. This huge beak in front of this beast pops open, and he attacks.
Boundaries. Where are their boundaries?
Yes.
Abishai.
And he misses.
He does.
Yes,
okay.
he does. So he then tries his bastard sword. And he just barely makes contact.
Barely. Oh, but for a lot of damage.
And he does 10 points of damage to you, Ruger. Ruger, is that shield you're running, or is that Shield of Faith?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it says his armor class is 23.
Yeah. Oh, so that wouldn't have hit. Let me give you that back to you then. I thought that was something else. I thought that was Bless. It's the same icon in my screen. Okay.
Do I need to roll like a concentration?
Well, no, because it didn't.
Well, he
hit,
didn't
right?
take the
Didn't
damage.
hit you. You didn't get hit.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because it wouldn't have hit you because you had the AC boost. All right. So he was not able to strike. The creature that is in front of Damien targets him.
He does.
And breathes out towards him
Oh,
with
great.
noxious fumes. And as he does, you see this green noxious gas come pouring out of this creature's face as it goes and pours over our friend Damien. Damien must now make a saving throw. Damien.
I don't know. I don't think he's back yet.
He may be dead. But he makes his saving throw. Very, very fortunate. So as a result, I believe that in that one, that is a full save. If you save, you save. And he saves. So he is able to not take any damage from that. Which wouldn't have worked anyways, because Damien is actually immune, but he did not. This creature did not know that. So that not working, he decides to just put a big pointy sticky thing into you. So he attacks with his spear, and he misses.
Good try. Good try.
Druger is no longer in pain, lying on the floor with his legs sitting at a decidedly disturbing looking angle. He is now standing up, and standing up he is not happy, so he targets the creature immediately in front of him and decides to take a swing with his axe hew. And he hits. And it is a mighty blow indeed. 12 points of damage.
Glad he's back up.
Yes, I'm sure we all are, except for the Dreyok. I don't think he's really happy that he's there, but nonetheless, it does work. And his second attack comes in at the same creature. And this one also hits. And reduces the creature to death.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The creature is now dead. Dead ski. I'm trying to find his icon so I can do that. There we are. He's dead. Dun, dun, dun. Sad music playing, and Juger's like, "Oh, teaches you! Oh, my tender bits." All right, Elrin. Yep, it is your turn.
I think I'm gonna heal Damien.
Okay, he 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could actually get over to him to try and actually physically touch him to heal him if you would like without inviting an opportunity attack. That can be done. You could get to this location right here without inviting an opportunity attack.
Great.
All right. And here goes the spell. Press on the healing button and dun 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 dun. Nice boost of healing.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, but at least he's almost back into the 20s, which is definitely better than where he was, because he was looking pretty poor there. All right.
Pretty poor.
Yes, Angelina.
Well, I'm just gonna basically you know what? I'm actually gonna move over. I should heal. I should stop doing that.
Do you have? Can you get all the way there though? That's the big. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
$64,000
$25.
question, right? Okay.
It's
All right.
25.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna target him. Okay. Alrighty.
So, do you guys charge Damien by the drink when you get back to the bar for all these heals you guys give him?
Should I cast this as a first level or a second level?
It's up to you. You tell me. It's more effective the higher level. But remember, the higher level slots you don't have as many of.
Right, and I only have 2 more slots anyways for second level, so I'm just gonna do first level.
You do get good bonuses, so you are of the order that is of divine, which is all about healing, so you do get a few pops on that. Go ahead and let it rip. Well, 8 is better than nothing. He's back into the 20s, almost to the 30s now. Cauldron. Now you're in an interesting position now, where some very nasty things you can do.
I am. Is this guy dead?
No. He is alive. He was glowing because of having been struck. You have advantage on your attack against him this round.
Okay, there's a skull that's like kind of floating over him. That's why I was curious.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That skull is
Someone else is dead under him.
Yes, there's someone else dead under him, so I will click on him. That's the wrong. Let me bring him to the top. I can probably do it this way. There we go. No, it keeps doing it, so let me get that.
That's fine. I can just.
There we go.
Okay. I would like to cast Burning Hands on the group of people in front of me.
Nicely done. I think you can get all 3. Go ahead and drop your spell template. Let's see what you get. In fact, I don't even think you need to. No, that's pretty clear. You can get all 3. So target all 3 of them. You should be able to, I think if you shift, you get to do multiple targets. There you go. Yeah, you can get all 3 easy. There you go. All of them have been targeted. So all of them,
okay.
Well, they weren't, but I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. We'll make that work. All of them can get their dexterity saving throw. So let's see how they do. The first one, not even close. The second one, which is the big guy, he makes his. And the third one, makes his. Now, for the ones that made it, they only take half damage, so please roll 3d6.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
You notice that the guy in front of you, you're pretty sure he didn't take any damage. Or if he did, it was so small, you couldn't tell. The guy in the back kinda took damage, but he was already in such bad shape that it's kind of hard to tell. He was already pretty banged up. And this guy here, well, yeah, he made his saving throw, but it almost looks like nothing happened. Like the flame hit them and they were kind of like,
Well, that's my turn.
Ruger.
Good shot. NT.
All right, Ruger.
Yeah, we'll try it again. The same attack as last time.
All right, so you're going to go and target the guy in front of you. Yes. And you are going to attack with the dragon sword or your silver sword?
Silver sword. First.
Gotcha. Go ahead and get that silver sword attack in. All right. Click your attack. By the way, these guys that's the advantage was on the last turn, so these guys are no longer glowing. By the way. Oops. Yeah, you missed.
Try the extra attack, same way.
All right. All right. Your silver sword does hit this time. Please strike with versatile damage. Are you using Divine Smite?
Yes.
Can you do that more than once? Let me check. Let me just double check it now. I think you can, can't you?
It uses up a spell slot each time.
Yep. As long as you got the spell slot. So, that was a very nice bit of damage that you just did, sir. Nice bit of damage. Now and go ahead and roll the Divine Smite. Oh my goodness gracious me. So now you just did another 9 points of damage to him. Now this character is really not looking good at all.
He's still alive?
He is still alive. And in fact, now he looks pissed off.
Okay.
He didn't look so good to begin with, so him pissed off must be really ugly.
Yes, he wasn't looking that attractive to start with. That is absolutely true. All right, so it is now, my goodness, where are we? It is now being the turn for our buzzing Orkbold. He's in very, very severe, dire straits. You see him whimper something under his breath, and in so doing, you see a very strange little smile come up on his face, and he lunges at Cauldron. Cauldron, you're fairly certain that this creature's eyes have gone absolutely bloodlusting thirsty. And he comes at you with his great axe, and he attacks with his first attack. And hold on, what is your AC? Your AC 16, isn't it? You used uncanny
Yes.
dodge. Yeah.
That just halves the damage, though.
Yes. So, rolling the damage. He only does.
My revenge for only doing 3 damage or less to him.
Exactly. So let's see here. How do I put this in? It is half damage.
Right.
Apply. You take a paltry, cheesy little 3 points of damage, but then he grabs you and bites. What's that? They took it away from me. Okay, we'll do it this way. use his dagger to do that with, because the bite attack is not in the profile anymore. And he hits. And as he bites you, you feel a burning sensation briefly, but it kind of feels good. And you take no damage. And as you take no damage, he suddenly gurgles and drops dead in front of you. The character in the back looks at all of you, screams something in a language you don't understand, takes his dagger and slices his own throat. And we're back to the top of the next round. Damien, your turn.
Well, after those two just did that, who's alive still?
The guy directly in front of you is alive, and this guy is alive.
Okay, how much hit points does this guy have? How much have we touched this guy at all over here?
But yeah, they've both been hit multiple times.
Okay, got it. I will attack this guy twice then.
All right, do your first attack. Oh, and you miss with your first attack.
Fine. That's why I've got two of them.
Your second one also misses. You're clearly weak from the loss of blood, and you haven't thought of what to do. And as a result, your attacks were wasted. Are you going to do anything else, sir, or is that... Oops.
Well, I'm only allowed 2 attacks, right?
Unless you want to use action surge, which you can do.
I guess I guess I can try surging.
That gives you one more attack.
Hold on, let me go to actions. And where is action surge? Is it bone? Is it second?
Under features.
Oh, there we go. Use ability. And then I guess I will bonus action.
It's not a bonus action. It's an extra. You get to attack again.
And then I guess I'll just try Eldritch Blast at this point.
Okay. And you managed to hit him with your first beam. Please roll the damage.
Not bad.
All right, roll the damage.
Oh.
And that was a 10. That was a full-on blast, and he drops. He drops. Would you like to target a... You had one more beam left at...
I'll target the other guy.
All right, go ahead and target him.
Wait, did that other guy just die?
Yes, he did. I just haven't there.
Do I click attack again?
Yes. Unfortunately, that one misses horribly and goes way off awry and does absolutely no damage to the being in question.
But you gotta admit, though, that first one was pretty badass.
Yes, the second one, however, almost hit Ruger, but that's okay, it didn't. All right. This creature then looks at everyone and goes, "We shall meet again." And all of a sudden, A portal opens up behind him. He takes a step back into the portal, and then he and the portal vanish. Well,
Oh, there, I see him.
yeah, I know he's not supposed to be there. But, go ahead. Make a liar out of me.
He
I said he was gone. He's gone.
Wait, I'm setting up the portal.
Yes.
Wait.
And they are both gone.
It's like the enemies during Power Rangers transformations.
True.
And the combat is now ceased. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
you managed to survive a brutal combat, and you managed to survive very, very well. You must be very proud of yourselves. However, we are now at 5:30, and at the end of this combat is where we will close for today. Very well done, folks. I thought you were all goners. Damien, I'm still not sure if you're going to make it or not, but that's a different story.
I ain't got time to bleed.
You're bleeding a lot, actually. You must have a lot of time on your hands because you're bleeding a lot.
No, I'm like Jesse Ventura, man. Even though I'm bleeding,
Understood. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Barney Badass, you might want to sit down and get some bandaging done because you are definitely in dire straits. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is where we're going to stop today. Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. Really appreciated it. Sorry for my mistakes. I do sometimes get very wrapped up in the game, and I'm moving things around and trying to drop tiles and launch animations and move the music around. So I apologize for sometimes making mistakes. Thanks for keeping me on the straight and narrow. I try not to do too much of it, but it's hard. As confusing as the interface is for you guys, I should show you what it looks like on my side of the screen sometime. It's pretty hilarious. All the things
I bet.
it's like there's like 10 windows open and there's things flashing and it's like, what do I do? So it's in some respects running a physical game on a tabletop is so much easier than this. But this is so much more immersive, so I really enjoy this. But anyhow, again, thank you very, very much. I am going to leave the game up. I am hitting pause to stop the timing that is occurring against everybody's spells. So, for example, Steve, your spell still got a little bit of time left on it, so now we're preserving that time by leaving the game in the paused manner. The journals are still available, I believe. You guys should still be able to get to your journals. If you can't, after the last update, those were problematic for a while. And people could not get into them, but players should be able to create their own journals. Please feel free to go and add your own notes. I'll leave the game open so that you can do that. People like Damien, you guys are not used to being able to control your own character sheets. I'll leave them up so you can open them up, see where all the features are. There are different flavors of the character sheet that you can choose. They're available at the top of the drop-down list. For example, if I were to go and open up the character, in many cases you'll see a little option as to which type of character sheet you want to use. I know that Cauldron is more favorable to the Tidy one, as am I, so I understand. So there's options there for you guys can go in, learn a little bit more about your spells if you're not sure, and you want to know more about, hey, I might want to change this spell out for that, this, that, and the other. Please feel free to go in, take a look at them, think about it, and the next time you guys got a long rest, you can potentially change those. The other thing I was going to mention is that obviously I'll be posting up the Twitch stream. And once again, if you're listening to the recording, Matthew Perkins, thank you so much for coming in and watching and bringing the Raiders. I'm deeply touched, sir. I'm usually chatting with you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with me as I'm working on long hours for work. And it was just really funny and fun to see you on the Twitch stream. And I'm deeply touched from that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, and everybody else, guys. We had everybody here today, and as much as it sometimes got clumsy, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and play because this makes my week. This is how I get through my week sometimes, is just the fun and games that we have with this thing here. So I know it's tough making it. I know it's a time commitment, and I know it can sometimes take you away from other things you want to do, but I really do appreciate everybody coming in and playing it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. All right. Okay, guys.
Thanks,
Alrighty,
Sam.
thank you.
Thanks. We really appreciate it.
We
Yeah.
appreciate joining you, Dad.
Alrighty, guys. Take care.
All right, bye bye.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
good week, everybody.
You
You
too.
too.